Hello everyone, Andy Schwab here with your Farm and Ranch News. The USDA published their biannual cattle inventory report on Wednesday afternoon. Overall, the report fell in line with many of the pre-report anticipations as the 2% reduction went to 87.2 million head, and that marks an all-time low on the report. Beef cows also dipped 2% lower year over year, which is half the pace of what we saw last year's slide, meaning that the cattle herd rebuild phase may begin anyways throughout this year if the conditions provide the producers the opportunity. For Montana figures, well, they followed the national average, a 2% reduction as well, with the total herd count here in the Treasure State at 2.12 million head, with over half of those being beef cows themselves. One positive note for the Montana was the 5,000 head increase on the replacement heifers that might help kick off their rebuild phase as well. Another positive point to look at is the lower supply could have cattle prices elevated throughout this year. Well, the American Farm Bureau Federation and other ag groups are applauding a House vote that passed the tax relief for American families and workers vote with a 357-70 win. AFBF President Zippy Duvall believes that the legislation will bring meaningful tax relief to our nation's farmers and ranchers at a time of high interest rates and slim margins. Under the bill, farmers and other small businesses would get a boost from plans to allow 100% bonus depreciation for certain property, including 20-year buildings. For the farmers, though, they could opt for that slightly higher Section 179 deduction for 2024 equipment, which serves as the same purpose. Currently, bonus depreciation for the 2023 tax year is set at 80% and fell to 60% in 2024 tax year, unless Congress moves forward with the updated tax plan. Well, we need to take a quick break, but we'll be back in a little bit to look at your ag markets and other ag news.
We asked Montana farmer Walt Sales about the challenges of mental health in agriculture.
Another drought, there always is. There's always going to be another something. I grew up in a generation of you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps, but it's become evident is what do you do if you can't even find those bootstraps? If you need to talk to somebody, go to beyondtheweather.com for free counseling for Montana ag producers.
Welcome back, friends, to your ag news and your markets. Our network's Brett McRae headed to Orlando, Florida with some of our sales team this week to take in the National Cattlemen's Beef Association annual meeting. Brett caught up with Montana Stock Growers' second vice president, Leslie Robinson, on their producer profitability initiative that is getting more legs underneath of it.
Some other state associations like Wyoming have passed similar policy also. So we're just kind of visiting with the other states, and what our focus and what our goal is to see what we agree on so that we can focus on those ideas and band together and try to get something done.
MSGA does say the next phase of the initiative will be producer profitability listening sessions held around Montana for producers to attend and share their thoughts, needs, or ideas for creating a sustainable future for the American livestock industry. Dates and locations will be announced in the coming weeks on that. And despite that biannual cattle inventory report typically not having immediate effects on the market, traders on Thursday decided to push the prices to new strength. For cash cattle sales, well, trade was slow to develop as box beef prices are not encouraging the packers. And Pay's auction saw steady prices on most of their heifers, while cull counts continued to push higher again this week. Steers, however, were the ones in demand, especially if they had the quality traits. And sheep markets also held a steady note on their elevated levels, as Sioux Falls Livestock saw their buyers of the bred use really appreciating the mamas with a crop of 1 or 2 under their belts already. And when we ended the day losing a penny and maintaining just a small loss in a week, and it continues that sideways trading holding pattern that they've been in for the past 2 months. Disappointing export markets and Russia dominance on the global market is hurting that trend. Well, there's a look at your ag markets and news. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great rest of your day.